The harbour in St. Peter Port, capital of Guernsey, is the gateway to the island. It used to be a thriving centre for commerce and fishing, but today tourism is the main business. Every year, some 300,000 travellers come here. The island owes its mild climate to the Gulf Stream. With 2,000 hours of sunshine a year, Guernsey feels almost Mediterranean. Picturesque villages, acres of unspoiled beach, and first and foremost, the legendary cliffs on the south coasts that were attracting visitors as early as the 19th century. One of them was French artist Auguste Renoir. His favorite haunt was Moulin-Houet Bay. In 1883, he spent a month holidaying on Guernsey and completed 15 paintings of the bay. He loved the cliffs, but he was also intrigued by the local beach culture.
Compared to France at the time, the way people lived, the manners of people in public when they went bathing were more liberal than they were in France. And here, of course, you've got a sort of beach which is totally different from the sort of traditional beaches where you had the cabins and all the rest of it for people to change in. So in fact, the rocks that you see here were very much where young people changed before they went for a swim, and that was one of the issues. I think that one of the attractive aspects of it that he saw, and probably influenced his paintings.
With 15,000 inhabitants, St. Peter Port is the largest town on Guernsey. In the 19th century, it was home to Victor Hugo, the French writer, while in exile. In 1856, he had bought this house, which is now one of the most popular museums on the island. Hugo spent 14 years here after opposing Napoleon III in his native France, who had called the writer a traitor. Hugo designed the interiors himself, and the house has been maintained in its original state.
What's interesting is that people tend to know Victor Hugo as a writer and politician, but he was also an interior designer. He once said that he was born a designer, and that's what this house shows. The interior design is like that of a theater. It contains a lot of symbolism. A lot of details reflect his ideas, his values, his whole life.
The dimly lit stairwell leads up to the loft. This is where Victor Hugo would sit and write from 6 in the morning until midday. On a clear day, he could see all the way to France. It was this man's relatives who approved the loan that allowed Victor Hugo to buy the house. The Dussault-Marais clan is one of the oldest on Guernsey. The island is famous for its parks, but the only one that also features art belongs to Peter Dussault-Marais. It's open to visitors all year round. There are 150 works of art by 80 international artists scattered across the grounds.
So 12 years ago we invited a whole lot of artists to exhibit here, and fortunately a lot of them did. Thank goodness it was particularly the president of the Royal Society of British Sculptors came over and said it was a very good spot to do it. And since then it's been copied all over the place by a lot of other places because it's such an enchanting idea.
Guernsey Sculpture Park. Just one of the many places on the island waiting to be explored.